And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Duster Squad podcast. Just the three of us for now, and Eric is going to be joining us in about half an hour. I wanted him to text before he joins, but I think he's probably just going to join like he did last time. So I'll have to figure that out on the fly. But we're back on a Sunday, a fine Mother's Day Sunday. So how's it going, guys? Did you text your moms happy Mother's Day?
Yes.
And or call them.
Well, I was there, so.
Or you were there. Yes, my mom was here, so I just
mom.
yelled at her when we woke up. So I woke her up. I was like, "Happy Mother's Day!" But yeah, so happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. We love you, and we couldn't do anything that we've done or will do without you. So you're the best.
Indeed.
Well, let's go. First things first. We're finally getting to some news for Benny to talk about. We've got some a little bit of something to do with the Canadians. We have not had an episode since the draft lottery. That was this past Monday, almost a week ago. So who's mad? Because I am a little bit.
Oh, about Chicago getting it?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's dumb as hell. As far as the Habs pick went, I was just gonna be satisfied as long as they didn't drop. Like they finished fifth last, so I just wanted them to stay at 5. And if they did, that was a win. And if they moved up any higher, it was just extra nice. And they maintained, they got number 5 overall. So I'm not that mad at it. From everything I've heard, because I'm not going to pretend that I know anything about any of the prospects other than Connor Bedard, because I don't. But from everything I've heard from prospect people who do know this stuff, there's a lot of good options at the top of this year's draft. So just going to be waiting and seeing. And it was just nice news. They didn't drop, so I was pretty happy.
That is good. So yeah, Chicago gets the number 1 pick, Anaheim gets the number 2 pick, and Columbus gets the number 3 pick. Did you guys watch it? I know, Ben, you probably did.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't see it, Nick. I thought that
I saw the
gaff
between 3 to 1. Yeah, I saw I saw those on a video. Yeah.
Did you see, Ben, when Kevin Weeks going into the break was like, and with Columbus falling to number 3, that means the first pick. And I was like, they haven't said that yet.
I didn't catch that in real time, but I immediately saw it all over Twitter. Yeah, but that's a little rough.
I saw it in real time. I was like, did they say who got the 3rd pick? And it was like empty still. I'm like, what is that?
That's still not as bad as the year that a graphic of all of the picks got put up too early, like when they were cutting. I think it was when they were cutting to break once, where it accidentally threw to the graphic, because they do the picks way before and then they just give them the cue cards.
Yeah.
So it's all known already. They already have everything made, and it just somehow got
flashed it on screen.
And
That's
then
funny.
somebody grabbed it, or I might be remembering it wrong, but somehow somebody grabbed that graphic and put it on Twitter. And it was 10 to 15 minutes before anything had even happened. So it was jeez.
Unfortunate. But yeah, so Chicago likely to get Connor Bedard. So the end of their era, and then they are about to start a whole new one, which is lame. Yeah, I didn't want Arizona was my number 1. Don't go there, and then my number 2 is Chicago. What the frick.
My 2 choices, if it wasn't going to be the Habs, I wanted either Anaheim or Columbus to get it.
Yeah.
Because they're both teams.
This is the second time now that Anaheim's been in a draft with a stud player.
Yeah. It was Sid before, right? I think.
Yeah.
I think it was Sid.
Yeah, it was the
Sidney draft. Or was it that, or was it the McDavid draft?
No, it was the Sidney draft.
I don't remember. Were they that bad? Are you sure they were that bad in the Sidney draft? Because they won in 2007.
I don't know, but I remember that being
the graphic I saw was the Crosby draft.
Okay, it must be that.
Yeah.
Dang, that's
rough for them.
It worked out.
Yeah. Yeah, because they won one 2 years later. Right?
Yeah, it was right away, basically.
Yeah.
I was hoping Anaheim because put him with Trevor Zegras. Plus, that's like a hockey market.
It's
like,
done well at times.
in the
They're just-
past,
they
it's
don't
been a
have
good hockey
fucking
market.
anything to look
just been
forward to
bad.
at the moment.
They've been so bad.
Yeah.
Like, no offense, guys, but you've got Trevor Zegras and who else?
I still don't know why they were just like, nah, we don't need Sonny.
Yeah, I don't know, because
And
like
was pretty good with Washington this year. I don't think
was
he
he
was
asking for
amazing.
like too much money? I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Even if he is, like, just give him like a 1-year deal. Like, are you that hard against the cap, gentlemen? You can't bring back some dude that likes playing with your star player, your solo star player. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have liked Columbus as well, because they are not good also, but they're like, they could be good. They're rounding into shape here. They got
have
a
the
lot
pieces.
of young talent. And then
I mean,
Johnny
anybody who
Hockey.
already has Goudreau, Line A. I don't know a ton about him, but Kent Johnson's supposed to be great.
I didn't even remember Line
Yeah.
Yeah, Roslovic.
It's like they got pieces. So it would have been fun, but they have number 3. They'll still get somebody good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. There's still like,
and the Ducks are still gonna get Adam Fantilli, which is like
also good.
he was tearing it up in Minnesota this year. I think it was Minnesota because he was hello.
I think Nick might be peacing out.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's not holding that half blink at the moment or half wink. No,
yeah,
blink.
I don't think so. Well, we'll see Nick when he gets back here. I'm getting ready to.
Oh. Hello?
Okay.
It's fucking dude.
All right, I think we're back. There we go.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, what's up with Fantilli then? He's pretty good. Is he like the Eichel of this one?
That's what they're viewing it like. Yeah, like where it's your Connor Bedard's fucking amazing, and you're not going to get that, but you're going to get somebody pretty fucking good kind of situation. So yeah, that's pretty accurate. Eichel McDavid.
Well, good. Interesting. And Eichel McDavid, who are facing each other in the playoffs.
For some reason at 10 p.m. tonight.
Yeah.
I don't. Anyway.
Just because it's 7 over there, I guess. I don't know.
So make it like 6 over there.
6 and 9.
It's a Sunday. Yeah,
you could have done like an afternoon, like 4 o'clock game. Make it 7 over here. Could have definitely done that. Whatever. Listen, we don't do that. Should we be doing that? You probably could probably do better.
I'm willing to bet we could do better than NHL schedule makers. Yes.
That's our next. That's gonna be our next thing that we do.
At least once it gets to playoffs, there's barely any games you're working with anyway. Like,
I mean, there's 2 games right now.
Yeah,
that they have to schedule. Like
tough.
There's 2 matchups. Yeah. Okay. Well, what would you guys like to talk about here? First of all, Nick, how was your weekend? I know you said you didn't do anything, but did you get some Burger King or? I got Burger King today.
I went to the ice cream shop that's near Aaron's place, and they had a rodeo burger.
Oh.
Now, what does a rodeo burger consist of?
Bacon, barbecue, onion ring. Yeah.
Oh,
It was very good.
Oh yeah.
I did that on. I went and saw Aaron and Brian on Saturday, and we had to do some things in Saratoga, and then I was over at Brian's for a little bit, and then I came back, and I didn't do anything the rest of the night, and I did a little bit of stuff today around the house because Liz was out of town, and basically since about 2 o'clock, I haven't done jack shit. So
nice.
Good for you.
Nice. It's the weekend. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
Today was Danielle's birthday, and we didn't do anything for it. That's because we did a lot of stuff yesterday. So.
And you had the party.
And last weekend.
And and then we had the party last weekend. Yeah. Yep. I actually got. You can see it sort of in the bottom right of my screen. That white keyboard that's doing that annoying flickering.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
I got her that for her birthday. That was her second present. It's cool.
Nice.
All right. You guys want to start in the West or the East?
Let's do the East since
East
we're
because it's
done.
all done. Yeah,
Just all done. All right.
yeah.
So where did we end last week? Was Carolina
Excuse me.
done their series?
Yeah, well, I think
No.
all of the second. Oh, they weren't done. They weren't done their first round. When we...
Oh yeah. No, yeah, we're only
Oh,
second
no.
round. All the first
Yeah.
rounds were done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're only second round this year. This week.
Okay.
So both series, 4-1.
In 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Carolina, New Jersey. Carolina just kind of wiped them.
Yeah. It was.
I
Other
think-
than the one game.
Yeah.
I think, at least for me, I didn't see. I mean, obviously, I didn't see Carolina being this good.
Neither did I.
Obviously,
They have a little bit of everybody scoring right now. Jordan Martinuk popped the hell off in that New Jersey series. This is coming from everybody, like him.
they're just playing really well.
Well, yeah, spread
Good
out
team
throughout
game.
everybody. And Brent Burns has also looked fantastic. So that doesn't hurt either.
He looked
Yeah,
good
their
all,
defense
all
is
year.
good. Their defense is good.
I mean, they the way they're playing right now, they look like they could just win the whole shebanger and not even break a
It would
sweat
not
doing it.
surprise me.
Yeah,
It
we'll
would
have to
not
see. Maybe
surprise
this is their year. We'll
Could
have to wait
be.
and
You
see.
never know. It's never the one you expect.
It's not.
I find with all, like a lot. It's always like 2 years after when like a couple of the guys are gone and like you feel like this shouldn't be it, and then it happens.
Well, like
That's what
even
happened
this
with
year, like they're
Washington.
just
Yeah,
all the guys that are usually on that team are there. They're just fucking hurt.
Yeah. So same kind of situation where
Yeah,
they're just
yeah.
dealing with injuries. They don't have any scorers really.
Svechnikov's
Well, I mean they have
there.
Aho, but no Svechnikov, no Teravainen, no
Yeah,
Pacioretty.
dang man, they're missing a
It's
large.
like-
They're missing a lot of goals
Yeah.
there.
They're still doing it.
yeah.
So good for them because New Jersey was looking good coming off that New York series, and
They're
then
looking real good.
they seemed to
So-
just kind of handle them. Like it was not hard from what I
So
could see.
Jersey
Like, they-
switched back to Vanacek, right?
Vanacek. They went
Yeah.
Schmid. Did they go Schmid at the beginning?
I
Or
think
did they go?
They went
were- I think it
Schmidt,
was-
the first 2 games, and then
it
I
was
think they
Schmid.
switched back to Vanacek.
then Vanacek, and then I think they went back to Schmid for the last game.
Yeah, they were just windmilling. They were like, "Why do you please play? Make a save."
I might be wrong about that. But I know
think
they
it-
at least did this.
I want to
switch
say you're
Vanacek.
right, Ben. I think I heard that as well. But yeah, I mean, other than what was it, game 4?
Yeah, no,
that was the one New Jersey
I
won.
think it was game.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Jersey
game
won
three.
I
that
thought it
one
was
pretty
3.
big.
It was 3. They made it 2-1, and
Yep.
then Carolina just was like, no.
No thanks. We'll end this.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're they're pretty good.
I will say, like, I have seen a lot of just the ability to just be like, fuck you, no, we're done out of them this playoffs. And that definitely is a handy trait. It'll be interesting. I don't know. I
Yep.
don't know.
So Carolina makes their first Eastern Conference final since
2019.
they were in the 2019 Eastern Conference final.
Yep.
Oh dang!
And they got swept by the Bruins.
Oh, dang.
That's why
All
nobody remembers it because
Because it was super fast.
yes. But before that, I think it was 2009. I think
I have no idea.
maybe that's wrong. It was a while before.
Okay. So yeah, so it's not been as long as I thought, but I only remembered the last couple years when they lost to the Islanders in round 2.
Right. Yeah. And they lose to Tampa last year.
They lost to Tampa. Oh wait,
No.
no, they did lose to Tampa.
No, they
one of the
lost
years.
to New York last year, right? Or did they?
New York
Yes.
went to the conference finals last
Yeah,
year.
they lost to the Rangers last year. Yep. When did they lose to Tampa and why? Oh, it was the short. It had to be the shortened season because they were in the same.
Oh,
conference. They were in the
yeah,
same
yeah, it
division in
probably
the shortened
was.
season.
Yep.
So yeah, Carolina is one half of the Eastern Conference Final. The other half, we want Florida.
That got shared so much.
I
the
know,
other
dude.
day.
It's part of the Leafs having the largest fan base. Is that shit just gets fucking shared everywhere so fast, whether
Yeah.
it be good or bad.
I can, dude, it's unreal. Anytime I've opened Twitter for the last 2 days, the only, like, within the first 3 seconds of scrolling, there's that fucking video of the goal or the goal, no goal. I'm like, okay, it didn't get called a goal. There was one that got called it was a very similar thing in a round prior. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, it got called a good goal though. That was when Tampa got a goal on.
Yeah,
where it got
yeah.
right up against the. That one was a lot more conclusive though, because the only way a puck could have been in the spot it was if it went entirely past the line, because the edge of the puck was fully around the inside corner of the post, so it can't be there unless it's entirely in the net.
Yeah,
right.
they didn't excel
one,
at spatial reasoning on that one.
This one's tough because
I don't know.
And I know we kind of jumped the gun to get to this. The annoying thing is, well, I watched the Steve Dangle video today, and he's even like, it wasn't a goal. Like, sorry, do I think it was? Maybe, but
yeah, he's pretty good about being unbiased.
Just with all of the different angles you saw, there was nothing you could at most be like, sort of looks like it might be, but
I swear to God,
say it wasn't.
Biz was like 100%. That's a goal. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh,
I agree with Nick. He'll be back in a moment. I'll be honest. I haven't really seen any of that stuff. There we go. Oh, there we go.
So frustrating.
But anyhow, the series as a whole, Panthers take out Toronto in 5 games, win the series 4-1. It was they would just need 3 or 4 good rush chances each game, and then that would be all of their goals. Bob was hot.
Bob had over 50 saves, or he had 50 or 51 saves in Game 5?
It was something like that.
Game. Yeah, it was 50. It was at least 50. Yeah. The Panthers did kind of what Toronto did to the Lightning. They would just get a rush chance and it would go in.
Yeah.
Right, and I think from all statistical standpoints, I think that other than goals scored, obviously, I think Toronto edged them in the series from.
I think they played
every other aspect of the game, right?
Yeah, I think.
Because they were. Florida was purposefully just playing to let them get easy shots that they knew Bob would get, and they'd just get a rebound out and leave every rush, or hopefully, or they maybe would have to stay in there a little while more and just force it a little more. And then as soon as they force it, they just go up ice and it's fine.
Yeah.
And I think they should have gotten Woll in there a lot earlier, because he was much better than Samsonov. It was clear Samsonov was hurt within the first couple games. And then they left him in for
the running
3,
over
and
to get him out.
He was out. And then when Woll came in, he was great. He lost games, but it wasn't him. He was playing strong, as strong as anybody could expect a third string rookie goalie getting thrown into the second round of the playoffs in elimination games can be.
True.
He was good.
True.
Yeah. And then once it became clear Florida was winning that, I was just fuck Toronto. They can lose.
Yeah, no, that was a weird. There he is. Okay, quick.
There's
quick. Gotta span it. Wait.
Oh my lord. Hey, hello. Is Eric frozen too?
Oh no. Hold on.
Oh my god, we're in shambles, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
We are in shambles.
We got you now, Eric, but we're still missing Nick.
Nick's been freezing every 2 minutes.
Was I the cause? Okay, no, I wasn't the cause of this.
No. It's been happening.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There we go.
Oh
no. Well, you came in just in time. Nick will be back in a minute, I'm sure.
Oh boy.
His Discord crashed.
We were just talking about the Toronto Florida series. We had just wrapped up talking, or a couple minutes ago, we stopped talking about the Carolina New Jersey series. So we're in Toronto, Florida now. But let me get your thoughts on that, on Carolina New Jersey. straight into the
Carolina,
fire.
New Jersey. Yeah. Honestly, just I didn't watch much of that series, but the score lines kind of tell you the whole story, right? There was just like no consistency on the
Yeah.
Devils' end.
That's
The
true.
Hurricanes were pretty consistent, other than that one blowout. But even in that one blowout, they had 3 shorthanded goals. I believe
Yeah,
it
I
was.
think
Did
it
they?
ended
Dang.
8-4
Right.
as well. Like they made a game of it, and then New
8-4.
Jersey came back and
Yeah.
just kind of got a few goals at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
yeah.
the rest were just Carolina just did what they wanted.
They're just good.
Yeah, Carolina's really good. I think the biggest thing for me, the Devils really didn't get like a whole lot of scoring like up and down the lineup, and Carolina has a lineup that is kind of scoring from every end. Like you got
Yeah.
defensemen stepping up and scoring, forwards stepping up and scoring. I don't know what special teams was like in that series. I think that was another big thing. I know Carolina has a pretty good penalty kill.
Mm.
Not that New Jersey is the best power play.
Well, yeah, they got 3
I know,
shorthanded goals in one game.
Yeah. So I definitely think that's very
Power
important
kill right there.
going into yeah, and that's important going into this Florida series, which I'm sure we'll get into.
Yes.
And I guess the other big thing for me, and I don't know if you guys touched on this already, it was a weird Schmid and Vanacek was a weird tandem combination.
It was
I-
odd.
I think Vanacek definitely gets a lot more hate than he deserves. Because like the Devils were in some of those games initially, and then it would like the scoring would happen in bursts, and Carolina would just run away with it. So I probably still would have gone with Schmid for most of that series, despite some of the blowouts. But I think they just never could get never had a goalie that could like kind of get the like take a few games or steal a game for them, and that kind of did them in. Nick,
Nicholas.
He's back.
Dude, my fucking laptop sucks.
Well, it's old as balls, and you never shut it down.
Yeah, mine's older and it's still doing great.
My big thing with the New Jersey, and I forgot to say this when we were talking about it earlier, is if you're New Jersey, I feel like you're pretty happy about this. I mean, you don't like getting bounced, not only winning one game in the second round, but like
Also fair.
You beat a good Rangers team in the first round. You made it to the playoffs.
Yep.
So-
Like,
Oh,
Didn't
it's
do any worse
definitely
than Toronto.
that's true.
This
They
is
did the
true.
same exact thing as Toronto,
Um,
basically.
And it's only an improvement for them just as a season. I mean, it's obviously going to suck to lose, like you said, but they can go into this summer knowing they made a jump.
Yeah.
Hopefully, build on it.
Yeah, we'll see. What do you?
Also,
What?
oh,
No,
sorry,
no.
I was gonna say touching on the optimistic outlook things. Schmid looks like he could be something, and that's pretty cool.
True.
Yeah.
Like he's
I-
still very young, so
I was gonna ask.
So he had been looking down for like a solid 30 seconds there, so I was starting to get concerned.
I was gonna ask. Of the 3 sections of like players, what do you think the Devils look to improve on this offseason? We got goaltending, defense, or offense. I don't even know.
Their offense is fine. If there's anything that's,
I feel like their defense is fine.
they're in goal. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you saw you had something there maybe with Schmid, but
But-
you could shore that up a little bit.
Yeah.
That could use some work. I would say of the 3,
Yeah.
that'd probably be the most.
Well, that is what I was
I
thinking as
agree.
well.
I agree.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
we talked about we started talking about the Leafs Florida series, and we were talking about how Nick would get on Twitter and for 2 days the first thing he would see is them complaining about that goal, the Morgan Riley goal that wasn't a goal.
That got called back.
They got
Did
called
you see
back.
that, Eric?
Oh, after the whistle or whatever.
Yeah, well,
The
even
goal was
on the play, like the after the whistle was the one where it like falls down his leg and it's clearly in the net, and people started sharing that around for a while. And it wasn't, for the record, so people don't get mad at us, it wasn't after a whistle because no whistle was ever blown.
It was
but
after a stupid
Oh,
after the intent to
after-
blow. Stupid ass
after
fucking shit.
stoppage of play, like where like it was one of those situations where the refs kind of just come skate into it and go like, we're done, and they don't do anything, and then like everybody just kind of skates around.
That's
and
so
gets up.
dumb.
Yeah,
if,
it's a great
if the
league.
play's done, just blow the damn whistle, fellas.
You'd think. But then earlier on the play, like it goes under his pad and like gets caught under like near the toe.
Yeah,
and then you can't really quite tell if it goes all the way across. There was never a good angle, and so they ruled it not conclusive enough, and a lot of people got mad.
Personally,
Again, you have to make a call on the ice. You go one way or the other, and then that's why they
you
review
go from
it,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, I think the point goal that was scored in round 1 was more of a goal than that one.
Yes, it was.
Just saying.
Oh yeah, I remember that goal.
And that
the
one
weird
didn't
was like
count
on
either.
its edge. Yeah.
No, he put it in. He put it in. But the ref was like, I was gonna blow the whistle.
It's not great.
I must have missed this goal then.
I remember that one now. I was trying to figure out. Yeah, that wasn't.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
That's
like,
a goal.
Yeah, how do you explain these things to new
You
people?
can't.
The
ref said that he was going to blow the whistle. So that in that case it didn't count because the ref said he was going to blow the whistle. Like, what the fuck is this? If he was going to blow the whistle, he would have blown the whistle. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially with Toronto's fan base, I mean, this is the first time the Leafs have been in the second round in however long, right? So controversial calls mean even more. So obviously there's just going to be angry Twitter mob, and then the summer's going to come, and then it'll go away. But
the one thing I will give them is on the overtime winning goal, Gudas straight up.
Oh,
he like
God.
skated in towards the goal. The Leafs goalie just straight him, and then just entirely grabbed onto the defender's stick.
What was that?
I think it was Yarncroke, and was just like grabbing it, and then like right before a shot went off, he like let go.
Like
and
that probably would have been a poke check.
Yeah,
yep,
like
1000%.
What the fuck, man? Like that literally leads to a goal, guys.
You gotta let him play.
And I don't like the Leafs, obviously, but Jesus.
It was rough. It was rough.
That's a rough call.
You gotta call something there and take the goal back. What is that? What is that? That's a joke, man. That's a joke. It's right in front of everybody. Everybody sees it.
Yeah,
it
was bad.
All right. Anyway. All right, so here's the big so Florida wins 4-1 over Toronto, but most of the games were pretty close. It wasn't like a blowout by any means, despite what the series score is. I wouldn't call it a blowout.
That's true. That's true.
What do you get? 0 goals from Matthews.
I think one
from Marner, one from
Marner, and a couple from Nylander.
Tavares basically dropped his drawers and took a shit on the ice. So here's the question.
And then Riley had 4. Riley had 4.
That was all. No, that was all in Tampa series.
Oh, really?
We did.
He had a lot of.
It might have been 1 in the Florida series. I'm not sure, but it was primarily in the Tampa series.
So of the top, that is the Leafs' 5 top earners. They cost the most. They got to take up like 30 to 40% of the cap. Just those 5.
They are the reason that they can't have depth scoring.
That is the reason, right?
40. There. It's like almost. I think it's almost like 50 million, 47, 48 million, just tied up in annuals on them because it's like 11 Tavares, 11 and a half is.
Let me tell you,
3 of them are all over 11, and Nylander's 7 something.
Nylander is
still 7. Wow,
I think he's
6.9.
6 point something. Yeah.
Deal.
Well, let me tell you. I'm just looking it up, guys. Just give me a second.
He is also tends to be
6.9.
their most consistent performer.
Yeah, he's the only one that shows up for the most part
in like tough moments. He was the one who scored the tying goal in Game 5 to send it to overtime.
There you go.
All
right, so here we go.
Yeah.
11.6. Austin Matthews. 11 flat. John Tavares. 10.9. Mitch Marner. So
Matthews is in his last year of his deal too.
Matthews, yes, this is his last year, and
Or
this
I
is
think Marner
Nylander's
has
last year as well.
two
Be
more.
going into it, yeah.
I think Marner and Tavares have 2 more, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's my question, and we don't have to take too long on this, but it is interesting and it's fun to talk about. Is this finally the year where they take this core and they break it down?
Well, they're gonna probably fire.
Does
Their
Dubas
office.
come back?
I think Dubas does.
I do
No
too.
way.
He's
No.
listen. You say what you will about their shitty performance in the playoffs. He builds a good team, and he does things with like the cap that are wild.
Listen, okay, I'm gonna change my answer.
Okay,
I will say
B.
impossible for Dubas to come back. I'm not gonna say yes or no. I don't think Keefe comes back. Keefe has got to go.
that's who I
Yeah.
would say get rid of.
He got outcoached both series. Vasilevsky just sucks.
Vasi just had a bad series. That's the
Yeah,
only reason
like-
they lose that.
yeah.
It's so annoying
Um,
too.
So it sounds consensus wise the coach goes, but if a
I
player,
mean, I don't know if he will. I think he should.
He wins in the regular season, but he just wasn't good in the playoffs. He
Yeah.
wasn't good last year's playoffs.
he didn't get he didn't really earn the right to keep
Yeah,
his job.
He got outcoached by Dom Ducharme.
You got exactly. There you go.
Oof.
There you go.
Like-
Exactly. Get
So
him
if a
out.
player's got to go, which player's going?
So,
And it won't be JT because he's too old.
I
John
don't think anybody would.
you can't
take
trade
that.
John Tavares. No one's going to take that contract on. No offense to him. Good player. I think he's like point a game, but $11 million for a point a game player in 2023? Nah.
If you have it on your team and you have to deal with that as a bad contract, it's like, okay, whatever. At least
Yeah,
he's-
whatever.
But you're not going to take it
Yeah,
on willingly.
He's like, at least he's getting a point a game. But yeah, nobody's gonna do that.
Yeah. Unless
So,
this is the year
Marner-
that the cap goes up.
Yeah.
And then maybe they'll be
Yeah,
like, maybe if
maybe.
you throw in a little sweetener.
So Marner's no trade kicks in
July
June,
1st.
July.
So whatever's
Oh,
going to
boy.
happen is going to.
So
Oh boy.
So it's either going to be Marner will get dealt and they'll extend Matthews, or they're going to trade Matthews before they lose him for nothing.
and I would say, I think the the wrinkle will be like, is if Matthews actually wants to stay past this next year, which I don't know. If I'm him, I don't know what he is thinking. But if I'm him, he had a 60 goal year and then had a bit of a dud of a year. So why, if he has another year to play and like prove himself more, why would he sign a contract right now after his worst statistical year in a while?
I wouldn't do it.
So I think he's gonna say, no, I want to play this next year out. I want to try to put up at least 50 again or something.
Unless they offer him
Um,
like something like,
Something that will make their cap even harder to work with.
Yeah, unless they do that. Yeah,
So,
So
exactly.
the problem is, right, is a GM going to really run the risk of, okay, he's going to say, no, I'm not going to extend until the end of the year after we see how I shake out this year, right? They're going to
Yeah,
want to they're going to want him locked in before the season even starts so they don't have to worry about that shit. Otherwise, come trade deadline and they don't have a deal struck yet, they're going to have to get rid of him. They have to, because you can't lose a player like that for nothing. Unless you want to be like the Islanders, but
Well, see, I would agree with you,
Yep.
but if, as they are most years, if they're in a playoff spot like steadily, you don't get rid of him.
You can't really.
You can't get rid of that guy. Like
Unless
we-
they
I know.
just punt on, or do they view punting on a year worth it in terms of we're not going to lose
well,
the Matthews
if
and even if they have him until the deadline, they'll probably be in a good enough spot to make it regardless.
that's what I'm saying, yeah. But if they're
And
if they're on the edge, if they're like not in a playoff spot at the deadline, I could see them being like, all right, let's get some assets back for this guy.
and that's
And then
all.
just being like, nah, yeah,
if
what we want
he's
to.
not. That's all if he doesn't agree, because he still could.
True.
I don't know what he's.
Maybe he
thinking.
wants to stay there. If
Right.
I'm him, I don't want to stay there. If I'm any of those guys, I don't want to stay there. I'm sure the facilities are great and you got fans that love you, but they also will turn on a fucking dime and hate your guts. No offense,
fair,
guys, but
they're getting paid a lot of fucking money to.
they're getting
not
paid a lot
do
of money.
stuff.
Yes,
To
they-
not,
yes.
but like yes,
they're getting paid a
Toronto
lot of money to
fans.
play. They're getting paid a lot of money to play regular season hockey.
They're
To be
pretty
fair,
much.
everybody only does. Nobody gets paid in the playoffs. But
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh,
they
I
don't get
didn't
paid
know that.
in the
I
playoffs.
didn't know that.
I have a Leafs question. I don't know if you guys know off the top. Was Marner their best player this season? Like
Most
points
points,
wise in
yeah.
the regular
I think
season.
points wise, yeah.
93.
So
Matthews was out some too.
Yeah, he had a down
had
year
some injuries.
and still had
I
40
was gonna
goals.
say that's kind of interesting because what you guys were just talking about. If Marner had one of his best statistical years this year, and July 1st is the deadline for when his no trade kicks in, that'd be interesting if they want to immediately get assets for him.
I think.
But I don't know.
Well, I think that's what they do. I think if they're going to
Okay.
trade one of these guys, I think they trade him
Gonna
because he gets them more
Yeah,
think they-
cap space
And, he's historically weak in the playoffs.
I mean, they all are. Nylander's the only one that's okay in the playoffs.
No, I get that. Yeah.
I mean, do you guys think though, right? If Marner's with a different group in the playoffs, does that help him like show up? You know what I'm saying? I've heard a lot
Yeah.
of people say
I'd say yeah.
this core four, they have enough talent to do it in the playoffs. It just seems like not together. Like
I think
in
the
different
issue
spots, they
has
can do it.
always. I think the issue has always been like I wouldn't doubt this team. A team with all those four players would be able to do well in the playoffs, possibly. But because we are in a salary cap world, and you have the four of them
Mhm.
together taking up that much of the salary, where you can't get anything else around the lineup, it's gonna hinder you if they happen to have some cold nights, which they seem to have.
They have quite a few when the spring hits.
If that happens, you're like, yeah, Kelly Yarncroke, you gotta fucking win the game for us. Yeah, David Kampf, where's that goal you're potting? Where's that snipe? We gotta get it. Like you're just any night they're getting shut down or having a cold night, you're relying on lesser than like third liners than like a lot of other teams would have. Like they don't have their. Well, Sorelli's a little higher up the lineup at this point, but like, who's their third line guys this year? They had like was it
Nick Paul, Acemont, Ross Colton, who's probably going to be gone.
Right, Ross. Like they didn't have any of those kind of guys down lower where you could see them jumping up, or like in past years where an Andre Palat, isn't he usually like a second, third line guy?
Yeah.
Palat was actually on their first line, if you can call it a first line. He was with Kucherov.
Oh, okay. Well, they're kind of weird, but like they don't have those.
Weird.
Well, like the way they
I know what
ran
you mean.
lines.
It's very like you can move him around for what you need, and that's when like Keefe would have the option to do that if he had players to do that, but he simply doesn't. People were saying that with Justin Holl, right? It's like, why is Justin Holl on the penalty kill? It's like, who else does he have to put on the penalty kill? Who else does he have?
I think they got too many guys on their blue line that are like they're like third pair. They're like third pair, borderline second pair guys. Because like who other than Morgan Riley on their blue line are you like, yeah, hell yeah, they're great. I mean,
Brody.
McCabe's okay. Oh, Brody. Yeah,
Brody's
Brody's
good.
their other.
Brody's good.
Although he had a rough series against Panthers. But all the other guys
Connor
they have
Timmins.
are like Luke Schen's okay, but like he's at the point where you'd ideally have him doing like third pairing minutes.
Yeah, like he has a role. He has a set role.
Yeah, he's
And it just seems
hit
to be a
people.
lot of guys where it's like they're okay. Mark Giordano at almost 40, and they played him way too much at the beginning of the year because one of their D-men was out, so they had him playing top pairing minutes for a while.
Yeah, he's just getting long in the tooth, man.
But that also comes back around to they don't have the money to augment their defense because of the expensive forwards.
I think that's the crazy part to me. Like, all right, let's say in a future scenario, Marner walks, Keefe gets fired, all these people. Like, if they have success elsewhere, like immediate success, then we'll really see how much of an impact just the salaries of these three players had. You know, like it's crazy.
Yeah,
That'd be crazy.
it's just yeah.
I could easily envision like not an alternate future, like a possible future of like they end up having just Nylander and Tavares around like 2 years from now. Nylander re-signed and old man Tavares is there, and that's the year they, for some fucking reason, win it or
Oh my
something.
God, that'd be funny, man.
That feels like a very NHL thing to happen. But I don't know. It's going to be an interesting summer for them, at least.
See,
I don't know what.
I hope it's an interesting summer for them because we've been saying
because
how
they've
long have we
ran
been
this
saying
shit.
this?
They've ran the same shit back for the last 5 years.
Exactly. How long have we been saying?
Steve even said it in his video. He said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah. Oh, no, they're all fully done.
Which one of them is going to the Canadians?
Oh, I don't fucking know. I don't think that's who they're going to trade with. But it's, I don't know.
What if one of them
Like-
goes to Chicago?
They Marner for Bedard. Let's go.
I saw that. It was
I'm sure
Eric.
you
You
did.
saw my tweet. You saw my reply.
Oh yes,
I
yeah.
saw
yeah.
something too, like
You're like,
that.
The tweet was Marner for the Chicago's first round pick this year. Who says no? And I put underneath.
Chicago.
I was like probably Chicago.
yeah.
Have one of the best centers will probably want to be one of the best centers in the league for 3 years of entry level money. Or
For some
an
guy
overpriced winger.
that keeps shit in the bed. Like, what do you do? What do you mean? Nobody there. It would take a. Here's a fun exercise. What do you think it would take to get that pick?
I don't even know. I don't think they would do it.
I think
this
you
is a
could.
good enough. I think it's a good enough
Probably
draft
at least
year.
2 firsts. At least 2 and 2.
No, you
firsts
need
from
star
it.
players going to there. You need star players. You need like already star players. You're not gonna get it for draft picks because you already know it's Bedard
Or
So-
it might be
Yeah.
a star player and a first and something. Like,
or that. I feel
I
like
don't even know. I
it
just don't
could
think they're
happen.
gonna- I think they would do it.
Well, let me come up with something here.
Okay, go for it.
I think if you go like Tage Thompson, Rasmus Dahlin, and like a first, I think they'd be. I
That
think
might
they
do it. Because
That's
they're both
interesting,
young
yeah.
and really good. But then also Buffalo, you're just getting.
I'm not saying they're going to. They're not going to, and that would be a stupid
Yeah.
trade. But I'm
Yes,
just
it
saying
would.
this could do it. yeah.
Interesting.
It's an interesting, could be an interesting exercise.
But yeah, I don't know what happens with Toronto, but I'm very intrigued to see. And I have, with my experience with PK Subban, I know that July 1st deadline is going to be a big possible day. So
Is it like July 1st at like 12:01, or is it like July 1st in the afternoon or something?
it would probably have to happen the day before, I think. I don't know. I'm not like sure what the time cutoff is, but
Okay.
yeah. That was the same thing that happened with PK, where his was going to go into effect, and they traded him to Nashville right before that.
Mm. So do we
Um,
see a little draft floor trade with the Toronto Maple Leafs?
Now that would be interesting.
That
Yes.
was-
So quick poll. Yes or no? Is this Leafs core getting blown up this year? And by
Yes.
blown up, I mean like one person leaves. Like they're getting rid of
Something
one.
happens. Yeah.
I think one is going to be gone, yeah. I don't know which one, but I think one is going to be gone.
I think they don't.
One and the coach.
I think they're dumb. I think they don't have a GM yet, and they need one to get that figured out.
Yeah, they do need to. That is their first thing, that, because like I don't know how you even I
like
don't even know what would be the best thing to do there.
like the president
'Cause, like-
starts to do the negotiations.
Yeah. No, but like with Dubas, I mean, like
Oh, what does he even want to come back? Maybe he
I don't
wants
know,
to
I
go
might
and
not.
make another good team somewhere else without all the fucking scrutiny.
I don't know, but until we know what he's doing, I think we don't really know what else is going to happen. So
That's right.
I think we can leave Toronto
Peace
at that.
out.
But let's talk a bit about Florida. Moving on to the
Ooh.
series against Carolina.
I'd just like to point out, if you guys look in the background of Mike's camera, Liz pointed this out to me. ironically and just conveniently, the mic is placed right up to Mike's mouth.
Oh
on-
yeah,
on the screensaver.
on Danielle's computer.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's right. There's two of me. That
She
one's
was like,
funny.
"Is that on purpose?" I'm like, "No, I think it's just ironic."
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying stuff back there as well. I have my second podcast going back there. So Florida. I mean, what do you say? They bounce Boston. They come back from down 3-1 against Boston, and then they just kind of not wipe, but they take the series against Toronto in
Take it in 5.
5, yeah. They look pretty good. Are they
Okay.
good enough? Are they good enough for this Carolina team that has been probably the best team in the playoffs thus far?
Yeah.
If Bob keeps playing as good as he is, I'd say yes.
Bob's the big thing for me.
Yes.
I don't think you need to be good. You just
He's the
need to
X
be
factor.
Bob. That's it.
Bob's playing Vesna Bob again. So
But when does he stop?
He's a streaky fella.
Yeah, that is
You
true.
never really know. And also I think Carolina is a much more cohesive team
Mhm.
than Toronto is.
I think Carolina's obviously easily the toughest team that Florida's played thus far. Nothing against the Bruins, but in terms of we're talking about how teams have come out in the playoffs and how
Yeah.
they've played.
And they've just been
I'd say
rolling
Carolina.
4 lines of fuck you for
Yeah.
for the entire
Yeah.
playoff. Like aside from a couple hiccups against or no, it wasn't even hiccups. The games against the Islanders were just tight, and that was how
Yeah.
they ended up playing it. And then
It's-
against a high-flying offensive team in New Jersey, they just demolished them, except for one game.
Even then, they scored
Um,
4 goals anyway.
It's
Right.
it's kind of weird to think back to that Islanders Hurricane series. It's like, wow, the Islanders actually kind of hung in there more than
They were
than the
closer
Devils
games
did.
for sure.
Yeah, way closer games. But I mean, end result's still kind of the same. So.
Yeah, well, you held on a game
Which-
longer though.
Which that's true, but that does, like you were saying, Ben, that does show like Carolina could do both, right? High flying offense, they'll outscore you. Tight games, those 1-goal games, they'll come in clutch in overtime.
And Toronto didn't really know how to react to all of the just bang and crash and just fuck you, we're going to be a little dirty of it all with Florida. But I don't think Carolina is going to have any issue with that with like a lot of the guys that they have. They have just as many that are going to do shit like that. So it's like it's going to be a good series.
Oh
I think it's going to
Yeah,
be a good
it'll
series.
definitely be a good series.
Although, as people have been saying on Twitter, the TV ratings are probably going to be iffy.
They're gonna drop a
in
little.
terms of making money for the league.
No,
but
no offense meant to the fan bases of Carolina or Florida.
yeah,
Well, a little
yeah.
bit to Florida.
yeah,
You guys,
They barely
they're
show
not
up.
not big markets, not a huge fan base down in Miami in the Sunrise Miami area. Carolina's got a decent fan base, but like TV ratings wise,
it's still a smaller market.
Yeah.
Like it's Raleigh. It's not like you don't have a New York or a
The
even a Toronto or Montreal is big enough where there's some crossover or a Boston or something.
the best thing that the NHL can hope for right now, as far as that's concerned, is that the Oilers make it to the Cup final. That's like the best thing that you can hope for in that sense. Vegas
I don't
will
even
get
know.
Vegas will get
might
a
be
good
better
Vegas
for
will get a
American
good
TV numbers.
yeah, that's true. That could be
Nobody
true.
gives a shit about Edmonton in America.
No, I was
Um,
thinking purely Canadian numbers, but I guess they might
the
watch
Canadian
anyway.
TV would be, yeah, but yeah, that is the thing, which is a little bit of a problem of the NHL's sort of thought process in terms of anything they do dealing with.
They'll watch
Canadian
it.
Teams. I don't know. I don't know.
see.
It'll be
So,
it'll be good.
but this is a good kind of way to look at it. Of how we all said basically, except for Eric. Wait, Eric, who did you have winning the cup?
Edmonton.
I think,
Okay,
yeah.
so this is what basically what we all said is we think whatever West team is going to win, because and this plays into it because I think Carolina probably beats Florida, but boy, are they going to be hurting.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough series.
Yeah,
so like
sure.
they're gonna be dogging it in the final, I think, against whoever they play, and I think the West team's just gonna have more in the tank, but we'll see. You got anything else for that? Who do you want to win?
I think,
Yeah.
Carolina.
Carolina.
Florida.
Frig those guys.
Yeah.
Gudis is a sucker.
I also want Carolina to win. Also, I do want to say it might get, even though it's obviously there's no point talking about brackets now in terms of correctness. But
yeah, no.
I had Boston winning and then sweeping Toronto in the second round. But Florida beat Boston and almost swept Toronto in the second round. So I was almost right about that, technically.
Dang. Almost.
It was close. It was close. That would have been hilarious if Florida swept them. Been like,
That would have been quite a
"Hey,
thing, yeah.
They almost did.
Reverse Boston swept the Maple Leafs, not the actual Bruins, just reverse Boston.
Yeah.
Did you see they made "We Want Florida" T-shirts like the Panthers did?
That's awesome.
That's upsetting.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
upsetting.
Honestly,
though.
I mean, that would have been interesting. The whole "We Want Florida" thing, it is funny in hindsight. Like, hell yeah, we should definitely roast Leafs fans for that. But at the same time, you remember after Columbus beat Tampa, they just kind of like lost in 6 against Boston.
Yeah.
Like, it was like they were off that high, like, yeah, and then they just didn't go anywhere. Like, that just as easily could have happened, but
Yeah.
not when your team doesn't show up. So
That's true. All right. You guys want to do some hurdle?
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Ooh, dear. No, please. All right.
hurdle.
Let me
hurdle,
just do
hurdle,
this thing.
hurdle.
I gotta share it. Du-du-du-du-du-du-du. Well, Eric, how was your weekend? You had a wedding.
Oh, it was fantastic. Yeah. I was a groomsman.
Oh,
It was
actually,
it was.
no. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. It was tons of fun. It was tons of fun. Friday night, I had a rehearsal dinner. We had to go to like the church and walk through everything, and then we ate a really big Italian dinner afterwards.
Ooh,
Oh
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
that sounds good.
And then yesterday was just an all-day affair. Day started at 9 a.m.
Jesus.
Got ready, went to my buddy Ty is the one who got married, so we went to Ty's uncle's house. We had bagels and beer for breakfast. Absolutely fantastic.
Hell yeah.
And then then we went to the church, and then afterwards we had the reception at this like country club. Actually, you guys would have loved it. It was a country club, so there was golf happening as we were all just hanging out
nice.
outside
Yeah,
in suits
yeah.
and stuff. It was very peaceful. It was nice. Yeah, it's called Stonebridge Country Club. If you guys wanted to look it up, if you guys were interested, it's probably expensive as hell.
It's
those
probably
country
private.
clubs. Yeah. But yeah, very nice venue. It was a lot of fun. I danced a lot. Had a lot of good food.
Hell yeah.
Did not go as hard as I went during
Very
the
good.
bachelor weekend.
Very good.
We pacing.
Good idea.
Yeah.
You had to mix in a water every couple drinks.
Yep, water,
I-
food.
I was like, I thought I had remembered him already just going to a wedding. It was a bachelor party.
It was a
before. I
bachelor-
was like,
yeah.
how many weddings you in this
It's
year?
it's been a busy month. It's been a busy month with that, but it was
Yeah.
it was all great.
Awesome.
I'll show you guys some funny pictures and stuff once they come back.
Nice, nice.
It was a good group though. It was a good group.
All right. Are we ready to do this, gentlemen?
Yes.
No, but we'll go here.
All right, here we go.
Ben, you're
Give it
gonna
a go.
first try this.
What the
I don't
hell?
think so.
Zuccarello.
I always think Zuccarello when I see long hair.
Nick's gonna first try this.
Let me see. Am I frozen for y'all? Okay, never mind.
No, you're good.
Oh,
Dang it.
not quite, Nick.
no.
Hey, you listen. He did it to himself, guys. We didn't hit him with that. This to me looks like Cole Caulfield, possibly, but I don't know.
I think he is a right wing. You gotta go.
And honestly,
Oh shit! All right, Metro.
He is a right wing.
So it's like 24-ish. Not American, not Norwegian. What are we thinking here? We need a Canadian on a Metro team. Eric.
Owen Tippett.
Sure.
Oh,
shit!
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go!
This
Oh
guy.
my
Let's go.
Hell of a guy.
Wow. Wow.
I
Dang,
feel like
man.
we had this guy last
We
week.
did.
Did we not?
We did had this. Yeah, we got this guy the other week. We did have this guy
Come
last
on.
week. All right, we got to do another one. We did have this guy. What?
Wait,
what a
you know-
fucking.
Do you know why I
And I'm
guessed
pretty
Tippett?
sure I'm having such bad deja vu because I'm pretty sure we made these exact same guesses. Because you threw out Cole Caulfield, and I remember I said Chris Tanev.
I don't think we got Owen Tippett last time that we had him. We didn't get him. We
No,
missed
we
it.
didn't.
No, we didn't. We didn't. No.
I was for some reason I was just thinking Flyers because I was like, I don't know, like the Islanders. No one has long hair because it's a lose team.
Yeah,
so that
true.
automatic
For now.
no. For now. Dun 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 dun. But I'm just like I don't know. I was just like Owen Tippett. Maybe it's the gingers and my orange shirt.
Could be
There you go.
the orange connection.
You had the Flyer connection right there.
The Flyer connection. I
All
don't know if
right.
I want that though.
Let's. Yeah, you definitely don't. All right, let's move on here. Let's do another one. One more.
Well, who knows? Do a couple years of TV, you might get the president job.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh no.
Oh, burn.
Oh no. Keith Jones was just rolled.
Burn. I saw that. Yeah. I was like, really? Okay.
It's former Flyer, like 130 games played with the organization. Don't you know?
I did know that actually. I did know.
Don't
he
you?
was a former
Don't you know?
Flyer. I did know that.
I
But
hope
then,
that-
but then he did nothing for 30 years.
He was on TV.
Except for you go on TV. All right. What are we thinking here? Do you guys see this?
I do.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue.
Let's do Pavel
Oh,
Buchnevich.
God. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, Nick's looking
I don't have
down
a
at something.
name.
It looks like he might be cheating.
Nick's gonna first
No,
try it
no,
this
no,
time.
no.
Damn.
Oh,
Dang it.
fuck.
It is in the
No, I
West.
don't think he was cheating.
Oh, it is in the West. Okay.
It is an older, like probably 30-ish. Not a left winger. Pacific Division, not Russian.
Great Pacific Division.
Another
Love
Pacific
it.
one. Yep.
At least he's old,
Oh.
so
Let's
he's maybe
guess
been
a-
around a while.
Let's guess a duck.
Can you bring up the thing? Yeah.
Is that Klingberg?
Wait.
It might be, but he went
He's
to
Minnesota. He went to
But
Minnesota. I
it
forgot.
might be one of those where it didn't get updated. I don't know.
No, they update it.
Okay.
Roy Terry.
It's too young.
He's younger.
Dang it.
Let's do a Canadian player on.
Is that JT Miller? What does JT Miller look like?
He's
know what he
American,
looks
but
like.
that's fine.
I think you need periods.
What the hell?
Let's get rid
You
of
just do
that.
Miller. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
nice, Ben. Nice.
There you
Oh
go.
American.
my God.
29.
Wait, no, that does not look like his hair at all.
It
No, it
doesn't.
doesn't.
29 American. Not a center or a left wing. Oh, and the number's lower than 9. Oh, yeah. Bouchard. Is he American? No.
That's
Lower?
on. He's on Edmonton.
Oh, shit. Yep, that's right. I got excited.
Who the fuck's on their team?
I don't know. It's probably some guy I don't know.
Is Beauvillier a fake? No, he's a Canadian.
He's Canadian.
Is that
Is
one of
he a
those French?
fake?
And his number is 72. He kept his number.
Is he a fake? Beauvillier was. I thought Beauvillier was 25.
Oh, I meant his number.
Yeah, I thought he was 25.
Oh, is
Who the fuck is on
Uh,
their team?
I thought he was 72. 'cause he was-
I'm probably
Wait.
wrong.
Can you bring the thing down? What position? Do we have a position yet?
No. So let's guess a
No.
right winger on Vancouver. Just any old right winger.
Wait, try
Wait,
Poolman.
wait,
Try
wait.
Poolman. He's an old ass defenseman. That might be him.
That's a good guess, actually.
And I don't know if he's American, but
Tucker. Oh,
Yes!
nice, Benny. Dang.
let's go.
All right, there we go. Give
Thank
him,
you, thank you.
everybody. Golf claps.
I can't do that.
All right. Moving on. All right.
You need to update your. You need to update your Discord, Eric.
You
know.
can throw in the air horn. Okay. All right. Well,
Sorry.
that's going to do it for the hurdle. We're going to take a short little break here, and then we'll be back, and we'll go over a little bit of West, and then we'll piece the frig out.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back. And we're back. Okay, so
To get me pointing at my head.
I think so. All right, so we talked about the East. In the
That had
West,
context.
little different story in the West. We have 2 series still to be finished. One maybe tonight, Game 6 tonight versus Vegas versus Edmonton.
Still 2 hours away.
Yep, we still got a 2 hours away. And
Figures.
then Dallas
So
and
go.
Seattle has Game 7 tomorrow.
Yes.
I believe at 9
that will end that series.
So if you're
The
on the
only
East
games
Coast,
on. The
you-
only games they have
you
on.
got to have a bit of a late schedule.
Man.
So yeah, what do you guys want to go first? Vegas, Edmonton?
Yes.
Sure.
Since they're gonna
I've
play?
watched more of that one, I think, weirdly enough. I haven't watched
Give
that
us
much
your
of
thoughts.
Kraken.
Give us your thoughts.
It
Form
is a
your
little
thoughts.
wild. It is a little wild that Petrangelo got one game for purposefully trying to break Draisaitl's wrist.
That's pretty bad, man. Do you guys remember D2? The Iceland guy?
Don't they do that to Banks?
Yeah, they do it to Banksy.
Yeah.
It's messed up,
it
man.
was rough. Like he came over completely out of the play and just fucking tomahawk chopped the dude like right on the wrist.
If it makes you feel better, in D2, pretty sure that kid only got 2 minutes. So
You got
Well,
a slap penalty.
I don't really hold the NHL's suspension and rule book to the standard of the Mighty Ducks.
the NHL at least has better refereeing than the Mighty Ducks movies.
I tend to hope it's better than the refereeing displayed in the Mighty Ducks movies, because that is questionable at best. There are so many offsides in that first movie that they just don't give a shit about.
That's clearly
Um,
icing.
Spoken from the guy who took 20 years.
Yeah, when did
23
you when did
years
you watch that?
fucking
We
It
were-
watch-
was when we first watched it in college when we were
we were in the
18,
dorms though, so
19.
it had to be like
Yeah.
18. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's too long.
Yeah, whatever, Ben. Whatever, Ben. Your judgment on Mighty Ducks mean nothing to me.
I'm not being serious. I'm just fucking around.
Nothing.
The first one's fine. The second one, after that, it doesn't. I
Second
don't know, I
one's
like the
best
first
one.
Oh, the second one's the best one. The Junior Goodwill Games, baby. But anyway.
So Alex Petrangelo versus the team from Mighty Ducks 1 or 2. Who wins?
Like, wait, are you saying Team Iceland from Mighty Ducks 2?
Yeah. Team Iceland versus Alex Petrangelo. Who's
like,
winning?
Petrangelo,
those
easy.
two, like those two guys have a sword fight with their sticks.
No, it's the entire team of kids in
No,
Petrangelo.
he's 1v5ing them.
No
Yeah,
way,
fine.
dude. They had like men on that fucking team. I don't even understand it.
Yeah, they really did.
I would say Iceland.
Yeah, don't you remember Gunnar Stahl? Come on.
Yeah, God, what a dreamboat that guy was.
But yeah, I watched the game after where
Ben's like,
both.
please, can we talk about the NHL?
I watched the game after where they both him and Nurse were suspended, which I didn't know this was a rule that if you get an instigator
Yeah.
penalty in the last 5 minutes of a game, you get an automatic 1-game suspension.
What?
That
And
the
do you know
NHL
why?
has the capability to rescind.
Yes, and
they
do you know
didn't.
why we didn't know? Do you know why we didn't know it was a rule?
Because
Because
they
it
never
happened-
do those.
It happened twice in the regular season, and they didn't do it.
Uh,
They just it wasn't a suspension.
So they
That's why we
called it
didn't
a
know it was a rule.
suspension, but then rescinded it, and we just never heard about it.
Or no, we didn't even know that you could rescind that. They just like privately, I guess, just rescinded it, and like no
Probably,
one
yeah.
knew or paid attention.
We just didn't pay
to it.
attention to whoever it was.
No, because
Yeah.
It's
Who
interesting.
cares on like a Tuesday game in the regular season? 2 days, like probably like a blowout or something. Somebody fought, like nobody cares.
yeah.
But in playoff games, obviously much more significant, and
Yeah.
it's just wild. But I was watching actually that last game in the Monopole. I was out on Friday and they had it playing, and Vegas they were down 2-1, and then I looked away for like a couple minutes. I was having some wings, and then I looked up and they were up 4-2, and I was like, the fuck happened?
They had like 3 goals in a minute, or is it a minute and a half, or like a minute 49?
it was
Or
quick.
something?
I only saw one of them. I was like going looking up, and then I only ended up seeing one of them, and I was like, Jesus.
What kind of wings did you get?
The stoner wings,
Those
real
are
good.
Those are good.
Real
I
good.
know that. I know what that sauce is. I tasted it, and I was like, I know what this is.
I think there's honey mustard, hot sauce, and barbecue in it. Is I
Mhm.
think the recipe.
That's what it tastes like. That's what it tasted like.
I'm pretty because Maria told me the recipe. I just don't
Tasty.
remember for sure.
Tasty.
I think that's what the mix is, and it's delicious.
It's real good. Yeah, man.
But yeah,
You'd be
it's a
eating
hell of a
one
game.
wing and you'd miss those goals. Yeah. So what do you think? We got Game 6 tonight. Does Vegas just end it, or does Edmonton push it to 2-7? I gotta say,
Who's
Vegas
got Vegas? Who
looks
does Vegas have in that?
Brossois.
No, I think they're
No,
still
so
running. They're running Aiden Hill right
This
now.
is the craziest part about how
Oh.
good Vegas is playing. I just forget like Aiden Hill has the possibility of like being in a starter in the Western Conference Final. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
No offense to Aiden Hill, like he's serviceable for sure.
But he was like a kind of a
But-
scrub backup for San
Yeah.
Jose last year. Like,
Yeah, like
it's kind of wild that this is working. But it is.
Yep.
It would not
shows-
shock me to see this one go 7 though.
It shows
Just
just how
'cause-
good they are.
Give Edmonton a few too many power plays and you're going to be fucked. So like
That's the
I
key.
could see
Yeah.
tonight going either way. I don't know.
I think-
Vegas is doing well for what they have right now. They're doing great.
I think Vegas will close it out. That's what I think.
wow.
I don't
I
care.
think Edmonton closes it out in 7.
Oh, so you think Edmonton wins the last two here? Interesting.
Oh yeah,
see
he has
that.
them winning the cup.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
Well, all right then. Let's move along. Dallas, Seattle.
Oh
This
my
is the
god.
one I've watched the least of.
I've watched
This
a good
is such
amount.
a this is such a fun series. The
Significantly
series
closer
is so
than I
much fun.
expected.
You think it's closer than you expected, Nick?
Yeah.
So you expected Dallas to just kind of smoke them?
I didn't think it would push to a game 7.
It is impressive. Seattle, man.
Dude, I don't
They're
know.
having a hell of a
like,
second year.
Seattle's forecheck is probably the best forecheck in the playoffs right now. I mean,
Oh, for
maybe
sure.
other than like Carolina's.
Carolina's is pretty
got
good.
pretty gnarly. But like Seattle, man, they
Imagine we end up in like a
pray.
Seattle Carolina final.
That'd be
Hmm.
kind of weird.
It's just weird, yeah. I like it though.
I think Dallas just needs to keep being defensively sound, and they just need people to score. Like Robertson has been kind of quiet this series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been quiet the whole playoffs. He hasn't.
Yeah.
I think he might only have like a goal or two.
Well,
Yeah,
Dallas,
he's not doing much.
Dallas ended up playing Wedgwood last night.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, they pulled
Yeah, I saw
Ottinger
that.
kind of.
Because it was like
I think
4
that might be
goals.
more of a situation of like they're gonna go back to Ottinger.
Yes.
So like this game's
Yes.
already done.
Not to mention Dallas is at home next
Yeah.
game, so that
That's
does help.
big.
So this game's already done. Let's not leave him in there to have him get more tired. Let's just call it and then
Yeah.
have him in for 7.
So Robertson is a point per game, but only 2 of those is our goals. So he's
Oh, okay.
2 goals, 10 assists. So
Wow.
Well, I mean that doesn't hurt. Tennis doesn't hurt.
Yeah, the helpers are good, but
but that's the
also-
guy that's the scorer. That's the guy who wants
he
to
needs
score.
to
Right.
score.
So if he could break through, that would be big. Because hell no, I can't even say that. None of the games have really been all that tight.
They really haven't.
It seems like they go back and forth, right? When Dallas is home, they blow them out. When Vegas is
Yeah.
home, they blow them out.
Yeah, it's
Thank
weird too because I will like pop in and I'll look and it'll be like 4-2 and it's like 4 goals on like 12 shots and I'm like Jesus. It's like the goalies are taking turns sucking balls.
They are giving up goals in bunches. It's weird. It's happening a lot just throughout all
interesting.
the series, really.
It's interesting.
I mean, scoring's up this year, so I guess yeah, that makes
It's very true.
But yeah, I can't give much more because I haven't really watched any of this series.
I've watched a good amount.
Maybe one game.
I've watched a good amount. Seattle just they get into this mode where they just dump and chase and it works. They just dump
Very
and chase. And it
because they
works.
know where to be and they have the speed. They have the speed and they always win board battles.
Yeah.
Always win board battles.
It's really
Yeah, I
for them it's just the goalie. They just need Grubauer to perform. They'll be okay.
Yep. I think it's really tough to like pick who's going to take game 7 because I think Dallas being home is a real big advantage. But Colorado was also. I mean, Colorado was banged up against Seattle, but Colorado was also home. and they
Is it
lost.
weird
I don't know.
to say? Is it weird to say that if Seattle makes it through, I think they'll get mopped by either Edmonton or Vegas. But if Dallas makes it through,
No.
I think they'll have a better chance.
No, that's
don't
not.
know.
I feel like that's kind of weird.
Maybe not
I-
mopped, but I
no.
think either Vegas or Edmonton would have a pretty decent chance against Seattle.
You think Dallas has a better chance against the other teams than Seattle does?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
agree with that, but I don't think.
Yeah, okay. I see that.
I think I
They
think
got the
Dallas has a
goaltender.
better chance of beating those teams. I don't think that like. I never expected Seattle to even make it out of the first round. Obviously,
Yeah.
so like, I could see them pushing games. Say if they make it through, push. You know, my hope that I said at the beginning of the playoffs, push Vegas to 6 games.
It would be kind of funny to see a Seattle Vegas conference final. That
Oh,
would
that'd be
interesting.
awesome, dude. That'd be awesome.
I think Vegas matches up with Seattle way better than like
They
if
have a much more
Edmonton had
equal
to play-
four lines. Yeah.
I don't know that I could see Vegas again not mopping Seattle, but definitely like beating them and
Being
maybe
able to match up,
6.
yeah.
being able to match up. But Edmonton, I don't know. There's still some holes there that are a little like Seattle takes advantage of mistakes. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
I don't know.
like, and yeah, and when you're talking about like Seattle has like almost 4 equal lines, you go up and it's a bit of a drop after the top couple lines for Edmonton.
Yeah.
So yeah, you definitely. I feel like Seattle would have a good chance against Edmonton, less of a good chance against Vegas for sure.
Which is so weird, but still, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
That's interesting.
Doesn't matter
Interesting.
because Dallas is going to beat them in Game 7.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
ooh, let's go.
There you go. So there's Nick thinks Dallas takes it. I'm gonna say Seattle's gonna take it. Benny?
Sticking with my Dallas pick.
All right. Eric?
Go Stars.
I'm also gonna say Seattle. I just have a funny feeling.
That's right. Go Yanni
I can't
Gourde.
explain it. Yeah, Yanni Gourde. Dude's a menace out there blocking
Yeah, he is.
shots.
Yeah, he
Great
is.
chance.
Okay. Well, that's gonna end the show. Does anybody want to talk about something before we go?
What do you mean, like our upcoming trip where we probably won't have an episode next week?
Something like that.
oh,
Yeah. It'll be off the week.
So yeah, so next week we're not gonna have an episode. But if you take a gander at our Instagram and you follow our Instagram, there will be Instagram stories and pictures and all kinds of fun things going on over there for the trip. Because
Mhm.
next week, I know we talked about it a couple weeks back, but we will be next weekend. The 3 of us North Countryers are going to be heading down to the island to visit Eric once again. And this time we're going to take in a little Mets game, which is going to be fun.
Except for they fucking suck this year.
That's fine.
They do kind of suck.
They do.
I'm gonna get a Vogel. I changed my mind. I'm gonna get a Vogelback T-shirt.
Because
Yeah,
you like
you
the
would.
name.
Would get that.
Danny Burgers.
Oh, the only
Danny
thing that
Boygas.
I'm gonna check out the schedule. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that we get like either a Senga or a Verlander start.
That's what I was
because
thinking.
Their pitching rotation is shot right now.
What's up with Scherzer though? Is he just not? He got suspended for
no.
cheating.
So he got suspended and he took it, and then he came back, and then he went out after that start and said he has neck strain or something like that. I don't know.
God damn it!
He just
That's
he
what I want
just
to
said
see.
it's something that he said it's something he's got to work out. So I don't know if he's
Alright.
like not gonna make his next start. He hasn't pitched in almost a week and a half. So
Well, I'm gonna hold out hope that we get him because I want to see
Somebody
him
good.
pitch.
It
But
would
yeah,
just be
somebody
fun to
good.
Check out an MLB game. I haven't been to one in fucking forever.
And then
so
you
it'd be
guys
nice.
know, you all 4 of you know, 3 of you. I was just talking to myself, I guess, as well. You know that we're getting some
You're getting that.
glizzies, Rick. You know it.
Oh, yes.
Glizzies.
I
Stadium
wanna-
glizzies.
Stadium Glizzies. I'm down.
I gotta
Yeah.
get. Didn't we see? I thought we saw something. Me and Danielle saw something on a video. Like they got some crazy, like food thing there, or maybe I'm thinking
lot
of
of
the chicken
stadiums have
sandwich. I might be thinking of that chicken
items.
sandwich at UBS.
Yeah, the
They had
UBS
s-
food was kind of crazy
Yeah,
this
they
year
had
because
that
it was the
crazy
50th
thing.
anniversary year.
Yeah.
Of the Islanders. Yeah.
But yeah, so I plan to do a little vlog of it. We'll see how that goes. It usually takes me a while.
Eric, do we have any friends who maybe want to play some roller on Sunday? Maybe.
That's a possibility. That is a possibility.
Mm.
We'll discuss plans for Sunday.
There will be some possible
Yes.
roller
Yes.
happening. But
Hell yeah.
look forward to all
Well,
that.
it's definitive that we're gonna do it, right? It just depends on if he's gonna have some of
Yeah.
his boys
Yeah,
play.
Right. Yeah.
Indeed.
Mopless.
Sorry, Mike.
All right, look forward to all that. Go follow the Instagram. We'll see you 2 weeks from now. Peace out.